Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in Sega Ages. Alright, y'all. This is the big one. Welcome back to Retrograde, where plays Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Sega Ages. We're doing it. The big one. Oh yeah, we're doing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Ring Keep mode. Okay, so let me explain. You're all probably like, yo, this guy's streaming like again. What's going on? Well, good news. I figured out how to get my computer to not literally kill itself every single second I try to stream. Although I have no idea if that's going to happen today. Could happen right now. But even if it does, I'm going to turn this thing back on and do it anyway. Because we're doing it live. Because Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie, came out yesterday. And I haven't watched it. But yesterday I played the hit fan game, Sonic Before the Sequel. And I got the good ending. All in one go after taking a break. And it was fantastic. That game is beautiful. You should play that game. Shoutouts to Leopard. Shoutouts to LFO. I'm sorry. I'll probably put in the YouTube description below. But yes, like, I'm hyped, guys. It's a hype day. I'm not going to see the movie for a bit. Not because I don't want to, but because circumstances of financial origin cannot permit me to do so right this second, even though with every fiber of my being I want to watch that movie and find out how good it is, because screw the critics, forget the haters, kids. If you like Sonic the Hedgehog, Uncle George will tell you right now, it is absolutely fine. You're a good kid. Yes, Sonic the Hedgehog in origin is a complete capitalistic idea and a corporate slave, but the idea of Sonic is complete and absolute freedom. So you can have a choice about whether or not you want to think of it as a good or a bad thing. Don't let anybody knock you for things that you like. Sonic the Hedgehog has not lasted this long without good reason, and today we're gonna show you that reason. That looks familiar. $1992? Man, I'm old. Not really actually old, just like it's crazy to think of how old I was when this game came. And you know what's interesting about this game? This is actually the first Sonic game I owned, because I got the Sega Genesis, I don't know what collection pack it was, but it's the Genesis that came with the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 cartridge. That was like a 94, 5, pretty sure it wasn't 6. Pretty sure I had that console for a few years before I even like met all my gamer friends as I got older and learned more about gaming. Alright, so this is basically the game that introduces Tails proper into the series. But if you already watched or want to watch on the Twitch channel right now, the playthrough of Before the Sequel, it gives a better explanation about how Miles ended up with Sonic. In fact, like, I think it's brilliant, and I'm upset that it's not canon, even though it technically is canon. And it's like, because the whole Sega thing with the canon thing, it's like they should pick and choose, like everybody else does in life. So I've chosen that Before the Sequel and After the Sequel are all canon. So guess what we're doing after this? Oh yeah, his name is Miles. Miles per hour. Miles per hour. Tails is a nickname. Whoop. I was like, what is confirm on this controller? Oh yeah, that's right. Sega Ages is so weird. X is pause. Alright, well. Oh! Oh, shoot! Drop dash? I forgot they put drop dash in this. Wait. Can we have peel out? Wait. Original mode, bring keep mode. Oh, there's more. There's other things here. Stage select is off, of course. Don't need that much power. It's the international version. Well, I could show you the scan lines because that's what I grew up with, but scan line and smoothing, yeah, maybe let's try and keep it crisp. Because I'm just used to it. I think we're good to go now. Don't know why X button is start. Yeah, they keep drop dash, because drop dash was going to be an official move and it was cut from like a bunch of the games. And I'm only finding out this information now. Meanwhile, guys like Leopard and Christian Whitehead and the rest of the Sega Ages, sorry, not Sega Ages. Sage is a Sonic the Hedgehog Sega Genesis mod and fan game community that you saw me playing on the before the sequel. Like, that's the whole community. Sega Sonic HQ. Oh! Right, ring keep mode. It's not just for when you collect I gotta get more rings though. It's actually very bad that I lost the shield, because I would like to get all the emeralds. It's a star post. And why are star posts important? Oh, and by the way, if you didn't know before, the drop dash is just hold jump and then let go as soon as you hit in ground. Star posts are important because we go into these. Special stage. Wonder what's at the end of this. Get the rings! You know, it's actually pretty poor of me not to be wearing my Get the Ring shirt while I'm actually playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Sonic the Hedgehog 2 the movie weekend. It's actually pretty lame of me. Pretty lame. But I can't find my long sleeve variant right now. So I gotta... Those are bads. You don't want to hit those. Get the rings. Nothing else. Only the rings. Man, this takes me back. You do not know how many painless hours I spent getting good at doing special stages for this game, because it was my Sonic the Hedgehog game. I'm bad at the Sonic Hedgehog 1 game because I got that game when I was already well versed into Sonic. So it's a huge step back. So it's like being a Super Saiyan and then getting Super Saiyan powers taken away from you and having to relearn how to fight and then become Super Saiyan again. Oh. See, The interesting thing about this particular Sonic game is that the rings come back after you've done... Come here, Coconut. But you can see why I chose to have ring mode, keep ring mode on, because it's literally imperative. Oh, that was close, because I'm definitely trying to find... Yep. I would like that, please, and thank you. Special stage is great in this game because it also... Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is such a special game in the sense that it is so unlike 1 and 2 because of how much it adds and how much of that did and did not carry over for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And I know that sounds stupid when you hear me say it out loud, because it sounds stupid as I say it. But that's genuinely how I feel. That's genuinely what's happened. This game is different in how it deals with its bonus stages, because you get used to this being bonus stages, and in the third game, the star posts and special bonus stages have nothing to do with the emeralds at all. It's mostly about getting shields and lives, and continues. Now, this is Emerald number 2 here. Now, as you can clearly see, it's going to get more difficult as time goes on, of course. They get more windy, they get more roady, but it's your job to get these emeralds. Whoop. Dang it, Miles. It's kind of not good to let Miles have stuff because things like that happen. You as Sonic cannot take damage, because if you take damage, there is no way you're getting these emeralds. And I'm being extra careful right now because we can't afford to not get them when we should. I would love to blow through this game as Super Sonic, but that's only if the game works with me. And getting these emeralds can be tough. I used to have this whole game memorized, this whole setup, this whole situational. I used to have it down pat. But you used to complain about not being able to get emeralds in the first game, and you got 2 down so far. Yeah, it should probably show you how much is imprinted into my brain to be able to do this. Like, you've got to be a manic to know what I know about this game and how to exploit the fact that you can definitely have Super Sonic before level 3. And if Uncle George has anything to say about it, we're gonna find out what that's like again today. Because nothing beats being able to blast through everything as Super Sonic. It's Sonic the Hedgehog 2, let me tell you. Like, a lot of people make a lot of jokes about, Tex is great and all, but have you been, well, I guess in this case, it's, yeah, Tex is great and all, but have you been Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Sonic in levels 2 onward in Sonic the Hedgehog 2? It's like, hey man, there could be kids watching, and it's like, listen, I'm not here to babysit your children about matters, because I know for a fact this is retrograde aware. If your kids aren't watching this, they don't care about my opinion on Sonic the Hedgehog, guys. Trust me. Only adults will be watching me play this game, probably. And not even, like, as it's airing. Only, like... Wow. Drop dash feels a lot slower. Or, see, this is the thing. This is the Sega-approved drop dash. Now this is the orange and green one. Oh, sorry, orange, just orange. I think this is the one where they add the big loop-de-loops now. The big black loop-de-loops. I don't know what those are. I thought they were SWAT bots, but they're actually bombs, I think. Probably makes sense if they're bombs. Tails, please don't touch the rings. Whoop. Are you wondering how I can remember this? I'm trying to tell you, this is not something that's done easily. You really gotta, like, when they say 10,000 hours, they're not joking. And I've basically wasted my life getting good at this game. So that I can show people how good I am about a talking blue hedgehog that runs really fast and likes chili dogs. Although, at this point, not everybody knew that about Sonic. The chili dogs thing. How do you know when they're coming? I have to know when they're coming. If I don't, we're sunk. The other thing about this game is that it gets harder and harder to find star posts and to keep the chain going. Man, I'm making Miles look really silly. It's too bad I don't have a 2-player, because you can play 2-player in this game. And that's 3. 4 more. We're not even into Act 2 yet. Do. You know, the interesting thing about this game too is that everybody knew that Tails and Sonic are from like South Island, but this isn't South Island. Sorry, this is South Island, because this is where Sonic and Tails apparently meet. Look at that. This window is different than Sonic 1's window, because he's holding up 2, obviously to emphasize this is a sequel. Emerald Hill Zone 2. Man, having drop dash is still nuts. Really crazy. Jump? Please don't hurt that man. Ow! Thank goodness for ring keep mode. Because if not for that mode, like I said, sunk. Sunk! And hop. I forget if there's a... Oh, no. Oh, there's a star post up there. Do I have the speed? Nope. This feels so weird. I've always wanted to have the opportunity to stream and play one of my classics at full capacity, and now that I'm doing it, it's like incredible. Hop over here. Let's go, let's go, let's go before this man drops us. Before this man takes away the right. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's always hard to remember this one. I remember this one being tricky. Yeah, like that. It's actually not a good idea to jump. Yeah. Holy cow. See? This is why we can't rely on Tails, because he's shadowing me. He doesn't have his own agency. Well, he does, but not in the way you'd want. See? Now it gets worse. See? Whoop. Right, exactly. Sometimes him having rings, though, definitely helps. Not gonna lie. But that happens entirely too often for it to matter. Oh boy. I feel like I'm about to have a heart attack. Trust me. These next 3 are going to be insane. And you're like, it's not that bad. And it's like, the younger me remembers it being that bad. Because it's not bad after you've done it 50 times successfully, the whole game. And only with the confidence of somebody who's actually put that time down could I even talk like I'm going to do it for sure. Like, you've heard other Let's Players and whatnot. You've heard them. Being able to be funny and or entertaining while playing games at high level, it's something that you have to really do a lot to actually be able to do a lot. Or do well. I don't really like the way that spike is. Whoa! I'm just trying to find all the star posts. Oh. And remember, the level resets so every time you go to a bonus level. So now is a good time. Where is a star post? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of that. Oh man. I am scared as heck. Oh, what? Why are there 2 of you? Oh! Oh, that almost mattered. Almost being the opportune word. Here's the orange and green one. Get 55 rings. Right. The top. Gotta be watching for that now. Are you kidding me? See? Oh. Let's hope that's the only mistake. No, it's not going to be the only mistake. Dude, it's not important to get Supersonic. What are you talking about? This is the official game where he officially is supposed to appear in first. You don't even need to know anything about the fact that he exists for it to accidentally happen. I'm pretty sure there's still one more star post. See, that kind of turned into a super peel out. Gotta slow down a little. Whoa! Man, I fucked up bad. see if we can reclaim the throne. Whoa. It's because you missed the. If you miss the ones up top, you have to get like a bundle of them at a time. And if you miss them, it's hard to finish. And this is kind of like. It's really hard to like start the game with Super Sonic without cheats. It's really hard. And look at this song that never appears ever again in the series. Also very creative. This was interesting because his stuff breaks down. Like busts up and then you have to chase him. Like that's what's interesting about this game to me. Yeah, and they didn't like the whole concept of doing victory poses and stuff on levels, like that's not a concept I knew about at this time. And transitions, nah. Back then for this game, nah, that could this game was already behind schedule. I don't even know if this was the best route for getting more star posts. I really truly do not remember. Chemical Plant Zone is a notoriously known level because it's one of the few defining levels that really separates Sonic the Hedgehog 2 from other Sonic games. Because it's the second level, it's the water level, the first water level of the game, or level with water in it. Dang it. Wait, I want to go back up there. I remember there's stuff up there, I think. Dang it. This level is too much about being fast and not enough about finding star posts. Like, you're usually supposed to blast through this level with its processing. Little trick. Leave, come back. All these rings are yours. Right? Like this was one of the most innovative levels at the time. Look at that. 3D objects in a 2D game. It's not really 3D. It's just animated to give it a pseudo 3D. See, what is this? I didn't even come across a single star post because I went the wrong way. And that's a lot of these levels. And that's Act 1, right? Like, I'm sure you understand by now why I was so adamant about making sure we try and get as many emeralds as possible. Did you really need that life? Nah. But, ever since I found that life, I've never not gotten it. It would be ridiculous. Like Nick Cannon's show. Not Nick Cannon's show ridiculous. Sorry, it's not even Nick Cannon's show. Who hosts Ridiculous again? Anyway, the joke was that it was somebody's show, and I was mocking them for their show being called Ridiculous, and that the fact that me not getting that life when I know it's right there every single time is ridiculous. I don't know if that's a double negative or not gonna try and think about it too hard. I mean, I already am, but that's besides the point. Man, which way to the... Whoa, no. There's a star post here. I always know the star post is here, because I gotta get it. Okay, no more mistakes. No more screw-ups. That's a lie. Oh. That almost went absolutely rad. Oh boy. Well, that's actually just the first checkpoint, you idiot! I didn't do that on purpose. The only reason I'm bringing Tails is because it makes the authentic adventure. But it's way easier to beat this game and get Hyper Knuckles than it is Super Sonic because you don't have an AI Miles behind you who can only do so much. And the main game, I think, you can't get rid of Tails. And I think that's why Sonic and Knuckles, like, Tails doesn't show up in the Sonic and Knuckles campaign. Like, if you just buy Sonic and Knuckles and you pick Sonic, Tails is not there at all. As, like, a selectable character, add-on, or anything. That's the only, I think, downside. Like, that's the whole reason why people really like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Because Tails can be there the entire adventure. So it's like he was always planned to come along or to be in there, but if you only had the money to get that as a Christmas gift, you were only going to be able to play as Sonic. And it's those little finite details about, oh, see, didn't get enough rings. That was another star post that we could have gotten that we can no longer get. And this little thing has to be here because I always hit that thing here. You know, I have friends who have like a little joke thing about what they say about this Robotnik song. Not that it matters, because his boss is atrocious. I'm just not looking at Tails, and he's like, wait, Sonic, please, pay attention to me. Come on, Sonic.